You know, this is one of those topics that no one really wants to think about, but if you're a parent, a homeowner, married, or helping take care of aging parents, it's something that honestly deserves a little attention. I'm talking about estate planning. And before you tune out thinking it's complicated or expensive, that's actually why I want to mention Trust and Will. Trust and Will makes estate planning feel way less intimidating than it sounds. They offer modern, attorney-designed wills and trusts that you can create online. And the process is surprisingly straightforward. In fact, you can create a will in as little as 30 minutes. That includes things like guardianship for your kids or pets, how your assets are distributed, and even healthcare directives. Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your loved ones with Trust and Will, the most trusted name in online estate planning. Go to trustandwill.com/future to get 20% off. That's trustandwill.com/future for 20% off. trustandwill.com/FUTURE.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
I'm going to give you a shout out here, Vicki.
Yeah.
Was talking with a fellow hockey dad last night. Good morning, Tyler. Goalie dad. Not crazy, though. Like, goalie dads get that crazy rep.
Well, they pay more for their kid to play hockey than the average player, right? With the goalie
They're
equipment.
just
and
sleep
that.
deprived from working the night shift.
Well, and it is one of the most stressful, if not the most stressful, hockey parent thing is being goalie parent.
Yeah.
They usually stand off by themselves because it's just,
It's high pressure, that position.
Sure is.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, he said to me last night watching the game, the show came up in 92-1 City, and he's like, man, I got to tell you, Vicki, it feels like she's been working at City with you guys for 10 years.
Oh, that's nice to hear. Well, you guys make it easy.
Well, thank you, but he's a big fan anyway, and he loves the
Tyler.
show, and he thinks you've been a marvelous addition to the radio station, and I couldn't agree more.
Absolutely. And listen, get Tyler's name down. You're almost done your probation. It's been long, but period.
Yeah, longer than most, actually.
But Tyler's in your corner.
Yeah, he's got your back.
Just in case. If Phil's name and my name don't mean anything around here,
Yeah.
Tyler's will.
For sure.
That's awesome. That's nice when you get a compliment like that.
Absolutely.
And you deserve it, Vicki.
Oh, thanks.
And by the way, good luck to all the always sports teams, but I mean, in particular, it is minor hockey playoff time.
Oh, boy.
A lot of them are starting. I know at Southdale the past couple of nights, it's been like both U15 AAA Bruins teams are playing at the same time on the two rinks. So the place is packed. Parents are going back and forth to the two rinks. A lot of them know each other. You've had Parkland in town, Pembina Valley in town, and then the U17 Bruins are playing right after. So it's tough finding a place to park, but it's been a great atmosphere at Southdale, and that's happening all over the city. A lot of playoffs are starting, and then the ones that haven't will begin like this week and into the weekend, like next week.
There's a lot more traffic in the rink areas, but I will say this, a special shout out to the grandmas, and I'll tell you why. You could talk to hockey parents all day long, and some of them are so hardcore, they've convinced themselves they're not hardcore. You know what I mean? It's like, as long as, as long as the kids are having fun out there and that, but they're like on their kids.
Then the animal instincts kick in.
Yes.
Yes, and they're filtered.
Yep.
But you talk to grandma, she's going to tell you right now, then and there, who her favorite hockey player is and what team they play for.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to win.
And they got the jerseys on and the cowbells.
The blanket, the cowbells. They'll even help selling the 50-50.
They're in, all in.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Yeah, this is us, the Bone Phone, 780-BONE. Call it anytime. We love to hear about whatever happens to be on your mind. We'll start with this one, I'm going to call it a random act of awesomeness. How's that?
Hey, you guys. Anthrax, Megadeth, Exodus was unreal. I was blessed with a terrific act of kindness, rock and roll awesomeness by a lady named Candace. Shout out to Candace. I was at the gate. My ticket wasn't scanning, and I was there for like half an hour messing around, getting angry, and Exodus half over already, and a group of 5 was going in, and a lady asked me what's up, and she said she had a 6th ticket, and she wouldn't take anything for it, and she scanned me in. So I rushed in and caught the rest of the show. So shout out to Candace for getting Bartman in. Thanks a lot. Have a good one, you guys.
Bartman.
So nice.
Did he say his name is Bartman?
Yes.
Bartman?
Yeah.
Do the Bartman.
Yeah, right on.
Nice.
You love hearing stories like that, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
People helping people.
Mm-hmm. Now to some beef.
I
Back to
hope
some
Candace could hear the call. It's been 2 days since the concert.
beef. Snow clearing. Hot topic of conversation.
The topic has been snow plowing and clearing snow since it snowed so much. Here's my beef, is when the loaders come down the back lane and do such a job. Like, they go down once, their bucket's full within, like, the first 3 houses. Those houses are fine. They get cleared. But everybody else down the rest of the back lane, he's just pushing a full bucket of snow, so it piles up on the sides. Like, as soon as your bucket's full, back up, go empty it, and go down the back lane again. Give everybody a chance to get their snow cleared instead of having piles of snow drifts down the back lane. You're getting paid by the hour. Go down the back lane a couple times, for Christ's sake.
I bet the back lanes are the most hated part of snow removal for these crews.
Tight. Like tight, and it's be so easy to bump into a fence or something.
They're going to tell you right now, there is no place to put a lot of that snow, right?
They definitely are.
Yeah.
Okay. In the news that, there is a snow clearing company saying they should be able to get at snow clearing before 7 a.m. with a bylaw right now. And we've talked about this all week, saying you can't operate your snowblower or anything loud before 7 a.m.
Yeah.
This gentleman has a hard time believing that they would ever be able to enforce that properly if a neighbor complained.
What happens with the snow? Ha! What a joke. Nobody's going to enforce that. What are you going to do? Phone? Hey, by the time they get there, I'm done snow blowing. What are you going to do? Complain? I don't care what you got to say. Come on. Get your heads out of your asses.
Okay, it's a decent point. But if your driveway's clear, there's the proof.
Yeah, exactly. If you live there, you're kind of easy to find.
Yeah, that's true.
That's awesome.
Okay, the 40K speed limit was on the show yesterday in the news. We discussed it. There's a push to change residential streets that have a default speed limit of 50 to 40.
Yeah.
They've done a pet project, and they're looking into it, yes.
Mm-hmm. Here's a call about
Philly Joe, Vicki, what's up? NC other Philly. It's been a while, I know. Anyways, I heard you guys talking about the 40-kilometer-an-hour speed limit. What a crock of BS. Do not let this happen. Email every city councilor you have. This is just a cash grab. I don't know if you realize, but they put out a study. We were the 26th most congested city in North America. We have under 1 million people in the city. Why is it so congested? Come on. It's been a while because I'm trying not to get so worked up. But anyways, I felt I had to weigh in on this one, and I love you guys. Keep doing the great work you guys do.
And that was there was that opinion coming through pretty thick on social media yesterday and on our text line.
Actually, on the text line, I think it was somebody named Megan said the people getting into accidents are not the people following the speed limit. You're just going to have more people driving slow, and the speeders are still going to speed, which I thought was a valid point.
Interesting. A lot of reaction, of course, to the back lane and the snow operators, and they're all saying that it's one pass. That's according to the rules and regs from the city that they're given.
That's the rules.
I guess they get paid for the one pass. So,
okay. Well, hey, we always get our answers.
No multiple passes in the back lane.
This guy, LED lights, gets a lot of complaints on the bone phone, and this dude has found something positive about them.
Hey, it's Jolly Ollie. One plus side to those new LED headlights is I can drive around my Malibu with high beams on and no one flashes me. They just think I'm some with low high beams. Happy Friday, everyone.
I think he's got the LEDs on there.
On his Malibu.
That's right. Cliff Clavin, been doing, Vicki, Steven Seagal marathon.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, greetings, folks. I've been doing a Steven Seagal marathon because the Olympics, well, they're done now, but with them being on, nothing on TV, even the streaming services weren't streaming anything new. So that's why I basically decided to do it. But, yeah, it's a real shame. A lot of these movies have a bit of nudity in them, so they're not really movies you can watch with small children, so that's unfortunate. Out for Justice was good.
Oh, yeah.
Exit Wounds I liked. Half Past Dead was good.
I don't know that.
Anyways, there you go. I've watched about 8 so far. There's got to be like almost 20, so
I'll say
We're
this.
going to be watching a few more yet, so we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Pretty amazing because it's come up in conversation, but you have to find like every stream site possible. And we had a couple people when you were off for a couple of days there, Phil, mention some streaming sites. But honestly, unless you're in Russia, you're not going to see these movies on regular network television.
No,
Because
yeah,
he lives there now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Or something.
Right, yeah.
I also got to wonder, you're watching like 8 of these movies in a row. Does it start to seep into your brain? Like when you walk into the grocery store, do you think some thugs are going to come at you and you're going to have to defend your groceries or something?
The key is the whispering.
Mm-hmm.
If you've watched 8 movies in a row, you'll find that closed captioning might still be needed because he talks very quietly.
If you find yourself starting to act like Steven Seagal in public, maybe you've watched too many movies in a row.
That's the sign.
What about Half Past Dead? What a movie title, eh?
Yeah.
The Philly, Joe, and Vicki podcast.
We are Winnipeg's rock station on a Friday with Philly, Joe, and Vicki. Forgot what show I was on.
It happens.
You know,
It's
every
Friday.
now and then it's
Must
Friday.
be.
The brain starts to stall a little bit.
It does. Listen, Rock and Thunder tickets coming up in just over 1 hour on completely useless question.
And you're saying we have a yellow bar in weather today? The yellow?
Yeah, they're
You don't
the
like- I
blowing
know.
snow warning. I just heard from Nelson on the Boston Pizza text line. We're getting visibility issues in outlying areas already this morning, and he was talking about Highway 16, like some points, 0 visibility. So it's just a blowing snow advisory, right? There's not a lot of snow coming, just some flurries this morning in
You
some areas.
mentioned the wind could go up to 80, right?
Gusting to 80 at
Oh,
some
boy.
points this morning, yeah, and then about 60 parts of the day, too.
That's going to be crazy. Did you see Big N? Sorry if you said that already, that buses are canceled out in his area, the Dauphin
Oker.
area.
The Joker from Oker River out in the Dauphin area. What's
Hey.
he going to do all day? One of his 20 projects he has on the go of all time. He's just one of those guys. He always has to stay busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have multiple listeners that like Big N that do like a bunch of jobs.
Yeah.
Because you've got, so Big N, he drives school bus. What else does he? Oh, he does just random like renos and stuff too, right?
Yeah, and he also heals in about 2 days. He had half his colon removed, I believe, just like 3 months ago. And
He's a medical marvel.
yes.
And then there's like Motorhead guy. He's
Yeah.
a tow truck driver, school bus driver.
Yeah.
There's some
We got our own Liam Neesons here
We
with
do.
skill sets.
Yeah. I think it's
Then there's us.
Yeah.
barely covering radio off.
This is the Philly, Joe, and Vicki podcast. Here's what's trending with Philly, Joe, and Vicki.
This is pretty cute. Baseball player Max Scherzer's daughter asked the Blue Jays to re-sign her dad in a letter. His wife Erica posted it on Instagram. Here's what it says. Dear Blue Jays, I am sorry that you didn't win the World Series. I hope that you win next time. I hope my dad is back on the team. My whole family loves spending time in Toronto with our dad. We love the aquarium, CM Tower, and of course the stadium. I'm looking forward to coming back next season. Love, Max Scherzer's daughter.
That's
What a
neat.
cutie.
Full transparency, I grew up a Montreal Expos fan. The other Canadian baseball team, they're gone now. They folded. So it was really hard for me to become a hardcore Blue Jays
Right.
fan over the years, and I still don't know that I am. But this edition of the Jays is so likable. Like whether it's Guerrero, Scherzer was a cool fit last year.
Seems like sports teams, sometimes they just don't have any personality, but I feel like they do when it comes to the Jays.
I totally agree. They're a very likable team. I
Yeah.
love their manager, John Schneider.
Well, I think that's where it starts with Schneider. Like, he's lovable. I just had some buddies at a Leafs game in Toronto, father-son, and they get a picture with John Schneider at the game, and he's smiling like nope. You know, sometimes you
Yeah.
see athletes or players that are going, do I really need to be in this picture?
Right.
But he was, he's just one of those endearing guys. And then you get little notes like this. When people want to play in a city, that's a pretty cool feeling.
Totally.
Definitely.
And actually, John Schneider, manager, says Scherzer still needs to pass a physical to complete the deal, but it's looking pretty good. So.
He's always he's had some injury problems because he's getting older,
Yeah.
but he's a good guy to have around.
Totally.
We've heard nothing but great things about Scherzer, so I'm sure they'll make it happen.
Okay, on to the next story. 20 camels were disqualified from a camel beauty pageant for allegedly getting Botox. This is the hard-hitting stuff
Hold
right
on.
here.
20 camels
Yeah.
eliminated from a camel beauty pageant for getting alterations
Yeah,
done?
that's
Can't
right.
blame them. Camels, that's not a good-looking animal. Like, right?
Yeah, they're not great.
Can those
Pretty
humps
lumpy.
Can those humps get any bigger?
that
I mean,
Well, it's
that
not
the
the
goal?
humps.
they got hump enlargements.
It's not
No.
the humps that they're trying to enhance. So this event is part of the King Abdulaziz Camel Festival. It's a big
Yes.
thing. And 20 camels sounds like a lot. You think, like, what do they have left? But there's almost 27,000 camels that compete in this beauty pageant because the prize money, take a guess,
10 million.
$57 million.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that
So
makes
suddenly,
sense.
you
Saudi
know-
Arabia money, like that's
Yeah. So suddenly camel
27,000
lip fillers seeming like a good idea.
That's right.
Those lips aren't big enough on a camel.
That's
Like that's
what
all
I-
I see him eating hay over here at the Assiniboine Park.
Here's what they're judged on. Things like lip shape, so that's probably where that comes in, head size, and overall desert elegance.
Oh, yeah, well, that's key.
You got to have that. But yeah, some of the owners apparently were using Botox and fillers to plump up the lips and enhance the
Oh,
features.
wow, that's
So,
crazy.
Scandal
not-
in the camel world.
Still not my favorite animal at the zoo. I like the wild mountain ox, like a yak sort of. Like
There's a few yaks there.
Yeah, the yaks.
Yeah.
They're just chill. They never move. They don't flinch when you're at the fence. They don't care. They're
Yeah.
just
Tail waving for the flies, and they're chewing hay.
They got it all.
What an exhibit.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Might be too strong and dramatic to say I feel exonerated, but it's been a rough few days for me ever since the story broke that I do some snow clearing at 3:45 in the morning, and I felt like the whole world was caving in on me, you know, between Vicki coming at me, saying, thank God you're not my neighbor,
No
and then
mercy.
the hooligan saying he'd walk out in his house coat and confront me at 3:30 in the morning, that we might come to blows, and then like I lost the poll, like 80% of those who took part in the poll said, yeah, you shouldn't be snow clearing at 3:30 in the morning. I got a little battery operated snow thrower, and I do my driveway when I wake up sometimes. And
We painted the letter S on your forehead, the
Yeah.
scarlet letter.
Shame,
That's what it said.
shame.
For
Right.
snow. I thought the S
Oh.
was for snow, but it was for shame.
Yeah.
making
It
me
works for both, I
making
suppose.
me walk to my truck going, shame, shame. I thought that was a little much.
Yeah, we did point and yell.
Calling me the bylaw breaker. You guys are working on a song about it. Like, it's been a lot. And then, so for this story to come up in the news this morning, that someone is on my side, someone agrees with me,
Well,
feels
they're
good.
a business operator, too.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are the real deal. It's Greenblade,
Yeah,
right?
that's
and Tim,
right.
the owner, good guy. By the way, does a lot of charity work in the area. I thought brought up some good points, Vicki.
Yeah, well, he's looking to get the bylaws changed, so at least for the days, a couple days after a snowfall. Because he's saying that, you know, I got to get these driveways done so people can leave for work and they're not caught under a pile of snow.
But he also said, too, that even if you personally aren't using a service like
Yeah.
he provides, that if the bylaw doesn't start till 7, and what if you started your job at 7 and can't get off your lot? Like, there's got to be a
Some
little
leeway.
leeway time. And so, yeah, he said maybe for 2 days after a big snowfall, you should be allowed
Yeah.
to break the rules.
And that's worth discussing. I think that's maybe a good middle ground, right? Mm-hmm. So that means that, you know, people like Phil can't be out there all willy-nilly.
Well, he just went renegade. You know how Aubrey
Willy-nilly.
gets. Willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly,
I would
these
also-
accusations.
I would also say it probably should depend on like the amount of snow that's fallen.
Yes.
But I
Yeah.
guess then you get some drifts, and that's a whole other conversation. So.
See, because that's a decent point, Vicki. I don't want to act like my wife is on your side, Vicki. She tends to be, but she claims that I like to like it's a new. I've only had this snow thrower for a couple of winters. She says you just like to play with your new toy. So she says there's barely snow out there all the time to me. What are you doing? And I'm like, oh, it's got to be done. And it's like, you just like to get out there, and that goes to your argument about how much snow is there when you're making noise at 3:30.
Because when you were doing it, I didn't feel like we got enough snow to warrant it.
Mm-hmm.
But on a day where you do, sure, yeah.
Brendan, hashtag I stand with Philly.
That's
There
gonna
you go.
Is that going to go viral today?
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast. Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ and V into more ears.
Shut up with your names.
Hey, what's your name? You've got a name so you can play this game.
The Name Game, brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort.
It's a game about names, I guess.
Shauna on the text line asks if we've ever considered going on tour with the Name Game. Like a tent, crystal ball, maybe
like
some
at a
props.
carnival.
Carnival season
Yeah.
is upon us in a couple of months, but man, in the winter months, you're working places like Florida, the Carolinas.
Yeah, because you can't really guess people's weight anymore. I feel like that's a little, off color. But to
Offside.
guess somebody's name.
That's cool. Yeah, well, look, everything's on the table. Maybe we get a giant tour bus. We'll have to talk to Aaron Mike, and we do tour Manitoba with the Name Game.
Yeah.
Go
You
to
know what?
events.
You two could not guess people's weight, but if you're bigger like I am, you can do that.
Well, you'll have another booth over there next to it.
You guys.
Joe's got his own weight guessing booth. Okay, we're going to need a contestant. Vicki nailed it right off the hop last week.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, yeah.
780 City, 780 2484. If you want to play the most talked about game in Western Canada. Good morning, City. Do you want to play the Name Game? Oh, they bailed. Okay. Hello, City. Do you want to play the Name Game?
Sure thing, man.
Okay, you're in. So here's how it works. How old are you, first of all?
46.
46 years old. Have you ever played before?
I have not.
Okay. We're going to ask you a series of questions. And then after said questions, we guess your name. Does that sound simple enough?
Easy peasy.
Strap in. This is incredible. Okay, I'll go first. Salsa. If you're a salsa person, hot, medium, or mild?
Hot.
Wow.
I'm a medium.
Medium?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm medium to mild. Yeah.
Okay. Do you replace your underwear every 6 months? We learned that doctors are now suggesting you should for hygiene purposes. Do you replace your underwear every 6?
In today's economy, who's going to afford to do
Yes.
that? I absolutely do not.
Okay, that's a good answer right there.
Yep. Speaking for the people.
Economic savvy out of this contestant this morning. Go ahead with your questions, Vicki.
What's your favorite vegetable?
My wife says I only eat beige, so I don't know that I have a favorite vegetable.
Okay. Yeah, you live under the Joe Aiello rules.
That's right.
Hey, Joe has veggies about once a year.
Potatoes.
What's
All the time.
There you go.
Green does not mean go in my world.
Do you eat any vegetables, Joe?
Potatoes.
Okay. All right. And what do you consider to be a perfect movie?
A comedic action.
Oh, sorry, I mean like a specific title. Like if you were to say what movie is a perfect
With
movie?
Brad Pitt.
Which one?
Snatch.
Snatch. Okay.
Yeah,
if you can understand what he says.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Good
too.
movie.
Yeah, that was
though.
big back
But
in the
you're
day.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my friend. First name of the first person you had relations with.
Oh.
Wow.
If you want, look, let's give you an option. Do you remember the name? Like, is it clear in your head? Well, we can just maybe help you out so you don't get in trouble. We don't know.
Wink.
Yeah, who's in the vehicle with
It
you?
is 100% not in my memory bank, but let's say J.
J?
That's the first letter?
J.
Oh, a
Okay.
J.
That's
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you shovel your own snow or do you use a service?
I use my snowblower, not at 3:30 in the morning.
Okay,
Okay.
whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Would you ever do it before 7?
I have done it before 7, yes.
In an emergency situation, I'm sure.
Yeah, but honestly, if he said like 6:45 or 5:45, that still sounds a lot better than 3:45.
Yeah.
Vicky, you didn't have to call
Shame,
the cops
shame.
on the guy. Okay, time to guess. I'm going to go with Corey.
Wrong.
What about, I feel like Kyle is one we always guess.
But it's a common name.
It feels like with your age, 46, you might be a Kyle.
This is wrong as well.
Okay, any letters so far or anything?
No, sir.
All right, Vicky, come on.
Jonathan.
No.
Cameron.
No.
The name Shane came into my head.
You're wrong.
What was
But you kind of do have a rhyming ability with that name.
With Shane.
Blaine?
Nope.
How about Dwayne? Is it still your guess?
No,
Joseph?
those were my two guesses.
Dwayne.
No.
We're all going through the alphabet.
It rhymes with Shane.
Dane?
Nope.
Kane.
I think outside the box with that rhyming.
Not Kane?
Zane.
No,
Zane.
No.
Shane.
Lane.
Lane.
No.
Do we? Is it one syllable?
Yes.
Okay.
We're pretty close to
We're
writing a
getting
Dr.
there.
Seuss novel here.
Yeah.
Rhymes with Shane. Oh, man.
Wayne?
Wayne.
Good guess, but no.
Oh. I'm out of Ains.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like I've gotten through the whole alphabet.
Yeah.
We're
Got us. You got us.
You got us this morning.
Name is James.
James. That's close in sound.
James
Okay.
and Shane. Yeah.
You know what? Too common, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah,
for
we were
sure.
thinking outside the box a bit. James?
I thought you had it with
got us.
Zane, though.
Zane, yeah.
Zane.
I don't meet
Zaner.
enough Zanes.
That's a good name.
I thought she was going to get close with Jonathan. I thought she was thinking.
Yeah. Maybe we should have asked for that first letter, but oh boy.
We were due to be humbled. We
Yeah.
were getting too cocky.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, James, you have yourself a good weekend. Thanks for playing this morning.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
It's a great party song. Agree?
Oh, me at the OC, when this song comes on,
yeah?
I'm on the dance floor.
Yeah, just hands in the air.
Oh, hip shaking, singing. Yeah.
Nice. The OC, nice reference, too. It was Scandals before it was the OC down Pembina. That was an institution.
The OC.
Down there. Yeah.
Wow. See, no club soda for me. The Oak.
Oh, yeah, both of those.
Joe, you were what kind of guy were you in your early 20s? Like what bar?
Oh, well, those I all worked in. I did bar gigs and all the ones you
Sure.
guys mentioned. That's how long I've been around.
When it was time for you to party, where were
We
you
went to
going?
the PPI, the Polo Park Inn, when it was around. Bumpers, Rock City was over at the International Inn in the West End. We used to drive to Fridays down there on Furmore. Strawberries was another one.
Strawberries. There's a
What did
blast.
Strawberries become? Was there another iteration of that further down?
It might have, but I think it ended at Strawberries
Oh,
for
okay.
them, too.
Tijuana Yacht Club
Yeah,
is
for
coming
that
sure.
was my
up.
second. Yeah.
That's what became of the Polo Park Inn. Canad Inns bought it and created the Tijuana Yacht Club. TYC.
Do younger people still, like I've heard there's been not as much nightclub scene for
Yeah.
younger generation, like more pubs and stuff.
Yep.
Joe, your
Lounges,
your
pubs.
stepkids are.
They don't go to the clubs, really, no.
Okay.
I think some people are still going to the Pal. I mean, there's not many left, really.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the Pal has
Cowboys.
rejuvenated
Yeah.
itself in downtown. Well, I think cannabis has taken over a lot of that too, and just drink prices, right? A lot of
Sure.
people are drinking at home.
Wise Guys came up.
Wise
a couple
Guys
of
downtown
times.
for sure.
Club Taboo, the Diamond Club.
My God, yeah. Did events at all of these places.
Yeah, man. And when you start talking about it with people, like it was a scene, right? You'd go there, maybe you'd pregame a little bit, but it always started slow, and then a song like that, and all of a sudden the dance floor was packed. And it was just, and then you'd cruise out of there. Whenever they closed, was it 1 o'clock?
Two, yeah.
Yeah, up to 2. But, downtown, you could have Rolling Stone Cabaret on one side of you, and then you'd have Wise Guys on the other. But if you went out to the suburbs, where all these places were, it was the same owners, right? They just owned the 2 clubs next door to each other, and you'd be going through a back door.
Back and
People
forth.
in the hallway from their hotel room be wondering where you're going.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
780 City, 780, 2484 Rockin' Thunder tickets on the line this morning, headlined by Motley Crue. We also have Destination Dinner stage passes on the line. That would be featuring Happy Days. Joe has the question.
Okay. Once again, don't know if this is going to be a tough one or not, but 2/3 of people that took this survey, so almost 2/3 of people said they have never paid for this.
Good morning, City.
Good morning. Can I take a lifeline?
You sure can. There's 5 of them. It's either myself, Vicki, or the text line. Which one do you want to go with?
I'll go Vicki, please.
I'm going to say pens.
Ah,
You always get free pens everywhere.
that's a good one. Very good answer. Never even thought about that. That's very good. But no, not pens.
Sorry about that.
You're right. Nowadays, especially, a lot of companies, they got a little logo on a pen, different style and quality of
You
pen,
stay at a
too.
hotel, you get a pen. Yeah.
Well, yeah. They leave one in the room and you take it with you. And the pad,
What,
you
for
take
what
the
I'm
pad
paying
of
for that
paper?
room? Yeah, sometimes.
If you're letting Vicki stay at your hotel, you better bolt down the furniture. Let me just say that.
By the
She's
way,
taking
replace the light bulbs. 'Cause
whatever
they're
she
gone.
can get her hands on.
If you're on the lookout for a new remote, Vicky's got a bag full of them.
Good morning. Oh, they bailed. 780 City, 780-2484. Good morning.
Hey, guys. Can I bug you for the question one more time?
Yeah, you bet. Almost 2/3 of people say they have never paid for this.
Ooh, do we have lifelines left?
Yeah, Philly, Vicki, or the text line. What's it going to be?
Red Dragon, please bring me home, buddy.
Red Dragon, bring me home. Sounds like a car service.
Relations.
Almost 2/3 of people say they've never paid for the relations. Well, no, that's a good answer, but it's not it.
Thinking
no.
outside the box.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, they never know what this
No,
question
no, for sure.
Yeah.
Good call.
Okay. I mean, I wanted to get that one out of the way. Feels a bit obvious.
But it was a good lifeline usage right there.
Good morning, City.
Hi, good morning. Would it be coffee mug?
No,
Ooh, good
no,
guess,
you can
yeah.
collect enough of those.
Yeah, you get them.
I'm going to
of
throw
those.
this out there, okay? I'm going to try and veer you into a different direction, but this has nothing to do with something you would collect.
Okay.
Okay?
That's a good one. Good hint. Not a collectible.
Right.
Rock and Thunder
It's not like
tickets.
T-shirts or, license plates or
Right. It's not an object.
nothing like
Gotcha.
that, no.
Hi, City.
Hey, that coffee mug guest stole mine. So,
Well, it's not an object, so we know that much.
It's not an object.
You were going to go
Billy, help me out.
Okay, so me again. How about Wi-Fi?
No, that's very good too. I'm going to tell you right now that this answer has been the news story, a big news story this week. Almost 2/3 of people say they've never paid for this.
Big news. The hints are flying.
Yeah.
Well, it's Friday.
He's impatient.
It's like a hint cannon. Hi, City.
Hi, is it like Netflix or like a streaming service?
No.
Good
no.
guess. What was that?
Hint cannon.
Oh.
Hint, yeah.
Throwing out the
Came
hints.
out of nowhere.
I hope you've got a T-shirt cannon or a hot dog cannon at
Tomorrow.
Guns and Hoses tomorrow,
Oh,
Vicki.
I'm working on it.
Yeah. Good morning, City. Do you have a guess?
Can I go with Phil, please?
Some kind of a yard service, snow clearing, cutting your grass. Yeah.
Almost 2/3 of people say they've never paid someone to shovel their snow. They've done it themselves. Big
Boy.
story this week.
Yeah, that's a very timely question. You're good at that, Joe.
Not always.
What's your name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy. Congratulations, man. You're the winner this morning.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Someone on the text line, as we were talking about old school bars, the old school bar scene back in the day, mentioned that if you didn't live through 25-cent draft night, did you really live at all? And that was big part of the scene back in the day. And they wound up getting rid of that because it did lead to over.
Sounds sloppy.
Oh, thank you. That's a good word for it. If you're, and I mean, I don't want to complain because me and my buddies, we partook a lot in 25-cent draft night.
Yeah.
But it was sloppy. Like you weren't going out for, if you're attending a bar that has 25-cent draft night, it's sloppy. That's a great word for it. 'Cause
When else can you like throw a loony down on the table and just be a hero? Just buy around, you know?
You know what's interesting, though? You could walk into a bar back in those days when they'd have the special pricing. I remember up to about $1.50 for shots or beer, like a bottle.
Yeah.
And you'd be going like, well, I brought $40 with me. And then you go to another nightclub where you're paying $5 a drink and you still came home with the same amount of money.
Yeah.
Like nothing. It was just, no matter, even with discounted drinks, I think you're right. I think you just become more of a hero. Okay, come on, I'll buy you guys
Sure.
another.
And this is Winnipeg. We love a bargain.
Yeah.
So you want to get your money's worth and take advantage of that. So you probably end up drinking way more just to justify the discount.
Big Talking Bruce says $1.75 for a bottle of beer in
Yeah.
Lundar Hotel back in the day. Whew. And someone saying 10-cent draft nights at the Central in Transcona way back when. Wow.
Yeah.
That's it. You would just tell them to drop the tray.
It costs
I
you more
remember
to
that, put
wash
tray
the
down.
glass than 10 cents.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast. Here's what we learned today with Philly Joe and Vicki.
You know, I grabbed this off what's happening this weekend from Vicki Shea on the 92.1 City Facebook page, or all our socials. Free provincial park entry this weekend?
It's actually consistently until the end of March.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I love that. Get out to a park, go for a walk. There's lots of things you can do.
Yeah.
Those trails at Birds Hill, for example. Love riding those in the summer. I'm sure in the winter they're fun.
For
There's
sure.
lots of parks to go for a nice walk.
Yeah, I'm going to do my part and leave that parking spot for somebody else.
Aw.
Yeah.
Nice of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't be going out for a walk, eh?
Not there.
No, you walk,
I'm in
Stewie.
Charleswood.
Yeah.
Believe me, there's enough
trails and
yeah,
such.
parks.
Sure. There is a camel pageant in Saudi Arabia, and the camels get Botox.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't be. A lot of them have been disqualified because they've had
so
Botox.
they're not allowed to be doing
It's
it.
a camel pageant, $57 million in prizes. Like, that's the prize money. So, as you can imagine, people really want to win this thing. But, yeah, some people are going the dishonest route.
I wonder what qualifies a camel to be like good looking. Like I never seen one at the zoo where I'm like, wow, that's a good looking animal. They're kind of, to be
Thank
honest.
goodness for that,
Yeah.
really.
Well, and they never need to take pee breaks. Those things will go for days, that
Oh, yeah.
contest, without someone saying, hey, stop the competition for a minute.
That's why my friends call me the camel. I can go forever, a whole plane
You're
ride.
great in the bar, too.
Yeah.
Really? Even after a few drinks, you don't need to go?
Listen, I do, but generally I'm dehydrated.
Yeah.
So it's not a good thing, but...
The older I get, and I've talked about this, I have no bladder. Like, I got to go immediately. Now, I do drink a lot of coffee throughout any given day, and then if I have
do
a
it.
water, I'm halfway home lots of times in my truck, and I'm like, oh, my God, I'm going to pee myself.
But you're not the guy in the group that when it's his round that goes to the bathroom. I've got
No,
a buddy
yeah.
like that, too.
I don't do that.
Yeah. Oh, it's his round. Where is he? Oh, yeah.
Nowhere. A local snow clearing business wants the noise bylaw changed for snow removal. So, and this, of course, came up with me earlier in the week saying, 3:30 in the morning, 3:45. Why can't I snow blow my driveway? And now a business is saying the same thing. They got to work around the clock.
Yeah, well, they're not saying the same thing. I don't think they're going for the 3:30 cleanup, but they want the bylaws changed when it does snow so they can get to people before they go to work. And
Yeah.
I don't know what time they have in mind exactly as a start time, but they want a little leniency there.
Because the bylaw is 7 a.m.
That's right.
Yeah, they'd like
when
to
a
get
lot of
at it.
people maybe are leaving for work
Yeah.
and it's too late.
Joe, you're looking at your phone. Do you have something you
Nope.
want to get out there? Oh,
Nope.
okay. Sorry.
I'm just
I thought-
learning again for the second time.
2/3 of people say they have never paid someone to shovel their property. That was a completely useless question.
That's what I was just sort of looking at there,
Yeah.
too. And there were some good answers that came in there. But 2/3 of people, so that means one third are still using services. I just use it for winter. I don't mind cutting grass. I just don't love shoveling snow.
I also think that's something you get into when you're older and you maybe have the means to pay for it and don't have the physicality to
Makes
do
sense.
it. So I think just because those people have never paid for it doesn't mean they won't in the future, right?
Because depending on how much snow you get, that is that's a lot of that's labor intense.
And if you got a big driveway,
Yeah.
that's a lot of work.
Some years you win, though, on paying for it. Some years you lose, right? Depending on how the winter's going.
The Jets play tonight against the Ducks and then Sunday afternoon against the Sharks. And we got to remind you again, tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock face-off, Guns and Hoses at Canada Life Center. WPS, the Winnipeg Police Service, up against Winnipeg Fire Paramedic Service. It's going to be a great game. Tickets only $10 at Ticketmaster.
I'm not talking to you till game time.
Revenge is on our mind this year, Joe. That is what we learned.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
For more Philly, Joe, and Vicki, lock it into 92.1 City, weekday morning 6 to 10.